for such a long time. I always say I'm gonna come back, I'll be back, and then I just end up disappearing for I don't know how long. And it's crazy because every time I try to talk about it, every time I try to come back, every time I try to film something, it's like I gain the motivation, and then for like 2 seconds, I feel like I'm on top of the world. And then it all just comes crashing down 5 minutes later. And it's so unfair. It's so unfair because I want to post. I really do want to post. But the thing is, every time I see something else going on, it's like, I don't have the strength to do this. And it's just really, I lack the motivation. Really, I lack the zeal to do anything, And today was supposed to be different. Today was supposed to be the day I get my shit together. I was supposed to like clean up and be clean and have fun. But then I ended up like wasting it and then sleeping half of the time, which insane, I know, but I hadn't slept since yesterday. Anyways, how do you guys deal with slumps? How do people deal with slumps? Because I think the biggest kind of question or the biggest kind of realization that just kind of dawned on to me up until now is that I've been stuck in this huge slump for really a very long time. And I've just been unable to get out of it, kind of get out of this funk. And it's really difficult because you try to talk about it, or you try to tell someone about it, but then the words just kind of disappear from your mouth. And all of a sudden you can't speak. It's like, you see other people dealing with other problems, or what's happening? It's just happening. But then when I try to talk to someone, when I try to say something, it's like I can't get the words out of my mouth. And that really sucks because once upon a time, once in a while, I really do want to talk. When I'm alone, I can talk. I can talk to myself. But when I'm with others, I can't speak. It's like I can't speak. That's it. That's literally it. And I try to kind of talk to others. I try to get out of this bubble, but it's so hard to get out of this bubble. And I think something kind of that I've seen that no one really talks about a lot is kind of trying to step out of the bubble. Yeah, it's a thing that you have to do, but then where do you begin? That's kind of been my biggest question ever. Where do you begin, It's my last month as an 18-year-old, and reflecting on the past year, because I turned 19 this month. This month is Feb. Yes, this month, in 23 days. That's crazy. My last year of teenhood, yay! But the entirety of the process that is 2024, kind of the things that happened last year, were not things that I expected in any way, shape, or form. I thought things were gonna go very differently this year. You kind of putting expectation on something that, people naturally put expectations on. The age of 18 is supposed to be a big transitional age. Yet the entirety of the last year just felt like one big dragged out depressive episode that I just kept trying to get out of, but each time I climbed out of the hole, it's like I was in a different tunnel. It's like I was in a different hole. And each time I kept saying, oh, you can't go further than this. You can't go further down than this. But then I just kept going further down and going further down. And every time I interpret something as rock bottom, there's always something else. Which means I'm not yet at rock bottom. But I try and climb up. I try and get myself together, get my shit together. But somehow I just can't grasp the concept. I can't fully get it. And that's kind of my biggest fear. That I'll never be able to fully grasp or get it or get that life, get that whole process of kind of existing. I'm really terrified of that because people talk about, oh my God, you see so many people achieving so many things, and a simple A I can't get in school. You know, you see a lot of people kind of even just enjoying themselves and having fun. And yeah, they have problems in their lives, but like sometimes it feels like they have a support system. And I look around and I want to sit down and I want to talk, or I want to do something, but I feel so scared. I feel so afraid. I'm so terrified of what's going to happen, or I kind of just freeze. And that's kind of been how life has always been. You know, I I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it, but kind of trying to take the first step. And I think I had the right idea with journaling on my laptop, the December diaries. I don't know why I stopped it during the duration of January, because I loved doing that. I loved kind of just opening my laptop camera and yapping with terrible quality, terrible. It was fun. It was an aesthetic. It was a moment. And I don't know why I stopped. And that's kind of how life has been. It's like, I don't know how I stopped. But, you know, I do hope I get better. I do hope it gets better. And I'm trying to take steps right now. Oh my gosh, if you guys can see my room, let me show you. Raw footage. I did my laundry, and can you see it? Like, I folded all my clothes. That's my water bottle. Look at my flowers, my iPad, and I folded all my clothes. I took out my sheets. Like, I was supposed to wash them, but there's a line at the laundry place. And then that's my bonnet. That's a cup. Please ignore the cup there. You see, like, kind of trying to make kind of another change. But then I think the thing that I'm afraid of is that it'll be the exact same as last time. How do I stop it from being the exact same? You know? How do I stop it? That's kind of the question that I have, not just today, but I've always had. How do I stop it?